Hey, NASDOG. We got an alert today again here. This is the end of the year 2023. I am Alan Palmer, and I just saw some news here, and this is on. Look, governments create unforeseen macro effects on markets. Okay? So, and this one, because I'm going to send out research reports here, on something like this, kind of like on silver at 82.38 or whatever the number was. Okay, 82, and I got another one $5 higher. Major targets. I'm not selling my own product for crying out loud, but if you'd have sold 10 of those, that was worth $500,000. If you sold those Sunday night at 5 o'clock, had them working, like I asked people, do you want to work offers up there? Now listen, and it would have only been 2 longs, right? I mean, you would have to have stones of steel to sell silver up $5, and but we are back down $10 off that level, $12 actually. So anyway, this is an area here, and here this is a weekly chart. Okay, this is a weekly chart. And last week we reversed down here. This week we're struggling. Now this is why this is important, because Friday is the new year. Okay, Friday is the new year, So for example, if we just opened limit down, well if we just opened and traded around here and finished weaker, I think this could be I think it'd be a grand slam. Next 2 days. You can make your year in the next 2 days. And, possibly, if this is an unforeseen event. So that would be an example of my expertise in futures, being in the futures market 50 years. What is 50? 75? Yeah, 50 years, babe. 1975, longer than that. Here, we got just if you're looking here, meal 300.70. Look at the low here today, okay? 300.80. We're back down at that green over there. What do we got here? Okay, so we got the spread working. That's a weekly also here. Well, why don't we just leave it on a weekly here? Because we're coming in at the end of the year. This is what everybody's going to be... Let's put up the NAS on a weekly, okay? You know what? And that's all you have to know right there. That's it. That's good enough. And, this is where we are. So we made our high a few months ago. We broke, and now here we are. We retraced. We broke, okay? And this is the NASDAQ, okay? This would be possibly, if you were thinking about selling it, and it's, okay, you have to understand the risks in selling it. Do it through someone else. Just by my research or numbers. And, it's because people don't want to do business, execution business, okay? I will. If you need some access, for example, here in the beans here, okay? Got some bids right down here. Here, actually, let's look at a daily, okay? Because my chart looks a little bit different. So these are soybeans, bottom left-hand corner right here, okay? What do we got here? Okay, I'm talking, and I got wishy-washy yesterday, okay, because you have to. It's like July no beans, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. You have to get out of your longs in order for the bottom to happen. You have to. Otherwise, it's just going to continue. And then now I see some of you guys out there. Yeah, that's happened to me, where it just goes on and on. Think about it. They waited out 10 years at 0% interest rates. Anyway, this is the beans here. Let's look at this July Nove here, okay? So here we are in depth and despair. I do have downside numbers, okay? This is an indication that somebody comes for old crop beans, which are the beans that are just in the bin or outside or wherever they are. Well, they wouldn't leave beans outside. They'd leave a cheaper corn outside. When they have storage problems, okay? So... as a matter of fact, I'm taking this off here. Let's take that off there, that study. I'm going to have to redo that. Okay, here's a different look. Okay, so the 11 and an eighth here, this level, this pivot, okay, here it's kind of by the low. You got to overshoot, okay, but you're at 14. It's an odd number. And then you come here. Here it's the low. Here we open on it, reverse up with a tail. Here the tail is the low and the high is trend line. This is in July. Nov. Okay. I changed this orange line down here. But you know what? We had something else right there with under the other measurement there. So that's July Nov. Let's take a look at the rest of it. It is 6:36 a.m. Oh, wait a minute. Today's the 31st. Hang on a second. Is this a daily? Today's the 31st. Yeah, last day of the year. Last day of the year. We got silver down $7. We're coming back down again. Okay. I am just going to go here. This is how it closed yesterday. Okay. Up at 77. Actually, 78. We hit 78. 78.05. Sell them at 78, sell them at 80. 78 is just like $80 first time. But 81, that is actually I did that before here. Then this one isn't it either. We need these longer term charts here. This is in the May contract. Okay, that gives you an idea. This one's at 83.05. What do we get? 83.05, 83.13. Okay, it's in the back month. If you were looking for a number here, these are your numbers on the way up. These are small targets. There's another one up there. See it right up there above that. So that's in silver here. This is in gold. Let's do this fast. Oh, we did get a bounce off this trend line right down here. Okay, so see this pink trend line here, 42.91, 90.80, 90.80, okay? We go down here, 42.85.60. What's the low? That looks pretty close. 84.30, okay? You're buying it against those light greens, kind of like with this over that, all right? Okay, it's mapped out for you. Okay, that's why that thing I was talking about in the cattle here. So anything goes. Listen, how about they mark it up $500 on the today? How about you buy it now until the end of the day, until 12:25, and till infinity. It'd just be like what they do to foreign currencies, what central banks do, what the Fed does. Upper left-hand corner here, this is crude oil. Okay. Crude oil, we blew through there farther here. This is the blue trend lines. These are the ones that you ignore. It's a horizontal trend line. CQG puts them on. These charts are CQG. If you want to know why, let me sell you on CQG. If you're from CQG, make me a deal. Anyway, here we are. We're coming right here. We got this right here. We're right on top of it because you can't even see it. Black is last value here. I only use black trend lines sometimes with plain Jane, kind of like low of the year or something like that. One of those charts is black. If you got my package. So that's S&Ps over here. Let's go take a look at. Okay, so we did meal, we did oil, we did nothing in oil here. Buy oil lower here. I don't know, buy oil lower. Here's March. Let's give here, hang on. Okay, here, let's look at Jan, because we're coming into, what is this? Okay, this is Jan. Okay, so it's the cheaper one, on the downside. Funds are short bean oil here. Let's go look at this here just to see what this, give you a little bit of perspective. Okay, here, look at this. All right, now this is Jan here, so I will be transitioning, no, not that type, to the back months, to the back months here. So let's say that trend line right there, where is that one? Oops, see how off it is? Okay, so we want it from November 11th. Okay, here, hang on a second here, watch this. November 11th, it took that arbitrary value. I want it on the high there. I want it on the high here. We're going to look at this. 48.39 is where that was. That'll be the trend line you draw, okay? Because somehow Somalis, which actually is 67 average IQ, so they are officially retarded. But that might be, okay, here you go. Okay, see, so we just did that. We grabbed it from the high to the high. Okay, This is how this is how algos are programmed, okay? And then you would buy that. You've seen that before. We saw that in corn. You know that that's one of my trader favorites. Here you have a target. Actually, look at this. Look at this. Hang on a second here. Okay, this would be, okay. This is why, listen, if you're that guy, we set up a trading operation here and use my charts, and you got two trend lines here. You got another one that was right here. Today, that trend line's value is here, okay, right here. But yet, 2 bars ago, what is this, a weekly, okay, that's a direct hit. And that's a hit. And somebody sucked up the selling back up to that trend line, okay. And right now, we're in no man's land, you know. Either or. Here, you sell it against these two things, okay. And it's the beginning of the year, you know, and we got 2 weeks up. You know, you come down, put some heat on these farmers, you know. I mean, you know, as sad as it is, listen, I'm pro-farmer. Oh, totally, MAGA. Anyway. Okay, so let me leave you. So that gold down there, you know, now we might have made low already here, okay? And we might rally a couple $100. Let's go look at one of these tabs here. Okay, here's SIL. This is a simple 12-minute chart here, okay, in the small contract, okay? So, and then this is how we broke, okay? We rallied the whole session, and then this is how we broke, okay? And then here, we're at 70.23. This was made in the overnight, but we're coming back down to it, okay? So get your orders ready. That's it. That's a blue trend line here, blue horizontal. Do not here. See, I got 2 of them on there. For some reason, it picks up. Okay, so what do we got here? Got a number down here. And you know what? This is not the one to use because this is just for perspective there. That's a good shot there. That's May silver. That was target 1. These are smaller targets. Okay, these are the big ones. Okay, they're higher. You can see it. Pink, green, pink, green. Target 1, target 2, 83.05. If you sold 10 of them, it's $12. That's $12,000 per 1 ounce. Okay, that's $60,000. 12 times 5. $72,000. Okay, and in any event. Okay, you can customize your size. I would listen. I'm totally fine with just selling you these levels. Okay, you do your own business. But if you're looking for a broker, I'm not here to churn anybody. All right, we're gonna call this a wrap here. Wish everybody a happy New Year here. I will probably be on here again here, and when you have passion for trading or you came from the pits. You know, and I have clients that actually came from the pits also. You know, everybody's got to move on, right? But there's no reason that you can't trade in markets that are moving $10,000, $12,000 in a week, or $2,000 to $4,000, okay? And so we're going to call this a wrap. Always use a risk stop to stop the risk. Email me, ARP@NASDOG. Thanks for watching.